Okay.
Who wasn't going
So yeah,
blackface
I
today,
did not
Miss?
win that cosplay contest. If
Oh,
anyone was curious. Yeah,
oh.
but it was really tight picking, so I'm not salty. And I knew
Okay,
the
Mm-hmm.
judges were not going to be biased. They
okay,
did
Mm-hmm.
love my stage presence, though.
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah, because I was talking to one of the judges the day after, on Sunday, and they were like, "Oh yeah, one note that we were gonna write was that you needed to work on your stage presence, but we didn't have to because you already had it there." And I was like, "Thank you,
Right,
thank you." I had
right.
that going
Anyway,
for me. Also, the judges liked my ingenuity with how I made the cosplay in general. If you were wondering, I did dress up as Roop. If you guys were curious.
Okay.
I did not try to go with I did not try to go with Jean Paul. I was like, I'm doing Roop. I'm doing him. It's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
you
Mm-hmm.
know what? Fuck you, fuck him, and fuck Jaden Shiva. I'm so over Power Rangers Samurai. I never want to hear it again. I don't want to see it. I had never been so insulted by a kids show in my goddamn life.
Listen, the
And
violation
it's
of
all
Lauren.
Jake Tylenol's fault.
Whoa, now hold on a minute.
No.
Hold on a minute. I want to set the record clear. We were
Mm.
talking about it, and then you were like, "Man, I keep hearing how Jaden Sheba is the goat. I keep hearing it all over TikTok. I want to know why. If we have to pick a Power Ranger series to watch, I want to watch Samurai." So I said, "Okay." And so we watched a couple episodes, and then we got to the Lauren Sheba arc, and that's where both of us just hated the team by the end of it. So it was not my fault. And then I wanted to cancel. I wanted to stop watching it after the second to last episode. And I also said, no, we got to finish this. And I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
If
really,
you
it's
go
Austin's
ahead,
fault. It's
if
Austin's
you
fault.
notice, I didn't cut him off for the longest time because he's lying. Okay,
No,
I tried
wow.
to let the full lie come out
Wow.
before I debunked this.
Okay.
First of all,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a TikTok. That's not mine.
Wow. You
Second
said
of
No.
on
all,
this channel, okay.
no,
Wow.
no, no, no. That was me using a backup fake TikTok to look at Witch's TikTok.
Okay.
Just to watch my TikToks. And guess what, nerds? He doesn't even like any of my posts.
Mm,
That's not
mm.
fair. I don't like a lot of posts to be honest. I just
Like
be scrolling.
You know,
he's just
you know me,
vibing.
guys. You know me, guys. I'm a rebel that way. I don't do a TikTok and I don't do a Twitter. That's just me.
Well, you technically do have a Twitter because of the podcast Twitter, so that does count for something. You just don't
But
use it.
okay, technicality. All right, I'll give you that.
There you go. I beat him, guys. I beat him. We all gotta leave now.
Technicality. Yeah,
Mm.
I had to take one for the team. All right. But yeah. Oh, hey, what's up, audience? How's your Labor Day going?
I'm lazy.
Ass.
I was just binging the rookie all day, and I
Mm,
thought I avoided a dark fate, but it came back to get me in the end.
Gotcha. I've been working
He
on
also watched the
pumpkins all
Terminator
day.
anime, but that's his own fault.
Yeah.
How is that anyway?
It was a seven out
It's
of 10.
okay.
7 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I
wouldn't say
would
you
say
have to go out your way to see it,
no.
but if you want to watch something with Terminator, it's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Gotcha.
We're not gonna like really go in depth with it. I mean, like the Terminator, the characters have plot armor when the Terminator is on screen, so that's been annoying.
Yeah, if you're a main character, he is missing or he is shooting at the ground first before he even gets to you. But if you're
Right.
not a main character, you are dead.
Right. You are super dead. Um, but it
unless your
is.
name is unless your name is John Connors. Oh
No,
wait,
he's
I'm
not
Even he
sorry.
here.
This one.
died.
He's not here.
No.
So
Don't forget,
Mm.
Dark Fate exists for a reason. John Connor
yeah,
got killed.
yeah. Canonically, in one timeline, he was killed.
Wait, I'm confused. Like, which timeline this
This is
Terminator is
a new
supposed to be taking
timeline. If
place?
they make their new
Oh,
timeline,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
basically,
Well, we-
some guy, basically, think like the regular movie happened, and then
Mhm.
someone from the future said, fuck John Connor's plan. I'm gonna do my own plan. I'm gonna go back in time and build an AI to counteract Skynet, and that's basically
Yeah,
what the plot
Yeah.
started.
All right. I'm gonna
which
leave and come back. I'm sorry, guys. I'll be right back.
gotcha. All right, just want to read our comments from Checkbait, Lazy Labor Day, and also Checkmate also mentioned, is that the Batman X? Oh
Yes, it
yeah, yeah.
is. Yes, it
Well,
is.
Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that later. Checkmate.
We're talking about
Yeah,
what?
well,
What?
the
What's the?
Batman symbol. That- Awesome.
We
That's the
don't talk
Batman
about that.
symbol.
No,
Yep,
I
we're
know
going to
that.
talk.
I didn't think it was big enough to talk about. It's a shitty sign.
It's just a slow week this week.
No,
Come
I guess.
on, come on, media. Give us something juicy next week, all right?
I don't know why they did him so dirty with that X. And then people are like, oh, that makes it better. Like, no, it doesn't. Can you imagine
No.
if Superman took the S off his chest and threw it like a boomerang? What the fuck?
It also doesn't help the fact that this is coming from Absolute Powers, where you got to see Superman and Wonder Woman's logo, and you can barely tell there's any changes, especially the Superman symbol. It looks like
Yeah.
just any other Superman symbol, you know.
It's also
Let's
shitty
see.
because, like, the regular symbol could work as X.
Yep. The thing BTS leaks too. Oh yeah, that's going to be our first topic once
Yeah, I'm
Jake comes
excited for that.
back. We always start with the big stuff first. So, ooh, nice to have you on the channel, Checkmate. Do-do-do, do-do-do, do-do-do,
We might have to go and start,
do-do-do.
bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Come
I
on,
thought we gotta be back a little bit faster.
you don't have anything else you want to get off your chest, Austin, before Jake comes over?
Bro, no, listen to me. Samurai, Power Ranger Samurai is terrible. Bro, they did the
Oh,
Megazord,
maybe.
right?
Oh, hold on, I was like, Jake's coming in.
They did the Megazord. Not only is it way too bulky, but at one
Get
point
back.
they get a side thing. He puts a unicorn horn on his head and starts shaking it like he's whipping his hair back and forth. And that was his ultimate attack. That's how they beat the bad guy. I was so, bro. I was like,
Oh,
I told
yes.
Jake to turn off, and I went to sleep, bro. I was so mad that I just went to sleep.
This is what
I
a
was,
fanatic does
I
to his
wasn't
pal,
even tired.
audience.
I was just mad.
This is what a fanatic does to his pal. Okay, but anyway, I guess I might as well get us started. Well, welcome to PNN Live. You're here with me, Cryptid Seeker 415, here to show you all what a bat symbol looks like post holidays.
My name is Jake Tylenol. I learned a Lucy lesson today that Tim is a piece of shit. He did. Lucy deserved better. Okay, that was so bullshit. I hated it. I hate that man so much right now. Fuck him. That's all I have to say.
I'm Richter419,
Shut the fuck
and
up.
which underscore of underscore
Shut the fuck
Yonheim.
up. I can't. Do your own damn intro. Get me out of your mouth.
I'm Crypt Ezekiel
Mhm.
417.
Hey!
I'm his understudy, and I will pass it on to someone else.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, okay, it's my turn. I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim. Pronouns they, he has not changed. And go read my fan fiction. I know the first chapter's a little rough, but go read the fan fiction, please. Thank you. You can hit me up on Twitter later.
Okay, I was about to say.
Mhm.
And together we form the Fanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the week. Today we have a pretty light but interesting conversations to be had. Some
Mhm.
Fantastic Four news, some Transformers news,
Mm.
some TMNT. I won't call it news, but we're kind of light on topics, so we just kind of added it here. So,
It's gross.
Mhm.
It's so disgusting.
so checkmate. Thank you for joining us for what I believe is the first time. So feel free to
Mhm.
like and subscribe if you fancy. I feel like you might like us, like our content.
Checkmate, I think
Mhm.
I know who you are. I feel like
So,
I've met you IRL. Reveal yourself. Do I know you? Have we met?
And
Transformers wrong.
also feel free to share us around on other social media platforms. We also have a playlist built with our movie reviews where we talk about movies, which I will not go into the list of because I keep saying Aquaman. I can't think of any other one.
Mhm.
Aquaman. Just kidding.
Aquaman,
Mhm.
the best movie of the year.
Just Aquaman,
Mhm.
not Spider Verse or
We
Yeah.
did,
Barbie or anything else.
yes, that's right.
Hey,
Spider-Verse, Barbie,
Ding.
Deadpool,
Hey
Wolverine.
Tony.
Hi, Tony.
Tony,
Tony
my
Long.
favorite podcast, no Ferengi here.
Oh, Ferengi. Listen, if you're a Star Trek fan, you know who the Ferengi are. If you're not, well.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think we have socials as well that which would be more than happy to share with us.
I mean, I guess I could put down my random pick crew of the day to tell you the socials. You can subscribe to us first off foremost because what are you doing here? We're small. Like, follow us, por favor.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I know who you are, checkmate. Fuck you. Anyways,
Yeah.
I know who you are. We hung out at con. Okay, besides the point.
Mhm.
You can also follow us on Twitter at Comic Fanatic 69 because Cryptid did not make that name. I did. Anyways, if you want to just follow me, you can follow me on Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U because yeah. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok at witch_of_Jotunheim. And if you want to follow me on Tumblr, it's Northstar Aria, all one word. So yeah, if you want to find Jacofer, he's wherever I put him last. I don't remember exactly where I put him, but I put him somewhere.
I'm chilling with Lucy, making sure she's okay. This is a hard time.
Exactly. Anyways, if you want to find Cryptid, he's currently hanging out in Jersey or wherever I put him. I don't remember where I put some of these guys. Anyways, if you want to find Austin, he's currently a brick wall cheering because a certain someone is back.
That's all I
Yeah,
want.
that's it.
Okay. All right then. I guess with that we can move on to the topics, audience. Hold on a sec. Who
Oh,
wants to do the honors?
what's that ugly thing I see on the screen? Oh, it's from Fantastic Four, that new movie coming out.
Yeah. Well, how many handsome rock beings do you know of, Jake? Huh?
Not really that many. There was Korg. He's pretty dapper.
If I had to choose between Thing and Korg, you know I'm going Thing all the way, man.
That's because you're a Taika Waititi, not the one from the comic.
Yeah, that voice. But anyway, so yeah, audience, Fantastic Four set photos reveal the Thing. So I know like Marvel had a reputation of having to rely so heavily on CGI that do you guys feel like this is the great route to go practical effects on the Thing?
I don't know.
They aren't going practical
have
effects.
to.
Huh?
They're not going practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
Explain.
Okay.
That's not what the guy is wearing. They just the reference of him for them.
Okay. Okay. Makes more sense.
Tony Lolly, it says, Thing looks like he eats people.
Marvel Zombies, he did eat people. So there you go.
This
There
is
you go.
comic accurate thing.
I just can't.
Accurate thing.
I swear, the only thing that's throwing me off about this is just that he's wearing a sweater. What the heck?
Bro, he don't want his nipples out in the air. Leave him alone.
Remember when Thing used to wear like a unitard or whatever it was called? He used to wear like a whole onesie.
Yeah, that was from Ultimates.
Yeah, but he wore it.
Nah.
616 thing his war clothes.
Nah, he has to be shirtless, man. That's his thing.
No, he doesn't, bro.
No
That's the
pun
Hulk
intended.
thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
The thing has no excuse to be shirtless. The Hulk breaks his shirt when he changes clothes. The thing just chooses to be weird.
That was the Fantastic Four World's Greatest Heroes thing where they painted a 4 on his chest, which I like.
Go for that. Go to that cell touch. Checkmate is saying, to be honest, I like rugged look Thing has. I just hope the CGI keeps that and makes him very expressive.
Yeah.
Same here. I want Thing to look like he could fight the Hulk, and I mean the real Hulk, not whatever Mark Ruffalo's playing right now.
I do
like
and that was never gonna happen. He barely like he can fight the Hulk now. That man, the Thing is 6 feet tall, 500 pounds. Did you know that? He is cannon wise shorter than Thor and Captain America.
I need to have a checkup with the artists. No, I've seen
the Thing
Thor versus Thing go mono
500 pounds. He should not be fighting Hulk realistically.
Well, I do like the I do want to wait to see like his face move so I can actually see what it's supposed to be like. I do like that if this is what we're gonna get, that he is like ugly. I would say the 2004 version wasn't like he wasn't pretty, but this is more like a mix between the monster and the man.
Yeah.
Which I think I like a little bit more.
Am
You
I
know,
a man or
No, you
am I
didn't get that from
puppet?
issue 1 of Fantastic Four.
Oh,
This
I actually,
man, this monster. The
I
thing.
thought I cooked. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I cooked. Personally.
Nah, that was like the tagline, one of the first 4 issues.
Oh, okay.
this is just giving me flashbacks to like the really old campy Fantastic Four film.
What,
I don't know
2004?
why they. No, the
The
Fantastic Four
90s?
film before that. Yeah, the
Oh,
The
90s.
90s?
Don't worry, we're gonna watch it on movie night one day.
I guess it's just the eyebrows. That's what's giving me flashbacks to it. You know.
That's
yeah,
his canon look, though. The
yeah,
high brow. Him and Hulk both have that.
yeah.
Hmm.
Hulk's supposed to look like a little bit like Frankenstein, at least his original
Yeah,
appearance. Yeah.
Hmm.
that's both. Well, that was both of the eyebrows come from.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
Uh,
I really like this shirt stuff though, because I think it fits the '60s aesthetic, and then we know he's gonna be on the game show. It'll be where he comes out with his shirt on.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, shirtless thing.
And I'm trying to see no rock pepperoni titties, bro.
Seeing those little pebbles.
yeah.
You know
Oh
y'all want to
yeah.
see
Oh,
that.
I don't want to. No, I do. I'm gonna see
Y'all want to see that, audience. I know you
a
do.
tonally correct thing. I don't need that in my life.
Do you think he's gonna have he's gonna have his own version of Alicia in this movie, or are we gonna say that for a sequel?
I think we're saving that for a
Yeah.
sequel because
See.
unless Alicia's the girl in that game show clip we got in the trailer,
Mhm.
I doubt it.
I mean, we also gotta remember, like, what this is from a. Is this in its own universe? I
It's
forgot.
his own universe where set in the '60s, but it's like a
Mhm.
Jetsons '60s.
But are they
Mhm.
moving? Are they moving to the MCU, or is it like Deadpool, where they're just like staying where they
They're doing their own thing, and then probably after sequel work they'll be here.
are? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's kind of implied that the variant of that Robert Downey Jr. is playing of Doom is from their universe.
Mhm. I can't wait. Okay, Checkmate is saying I can't wait for Mr. Fantastic to say it's time for Fantasting and
It's time to
Fantastic all over the place.
He doesn't
Sorry,
have
I
a
had to.
tagline. I just realized that.
I want to be real with you. I'll be real with you, Checkmate, and you're cool with me. I don't like that joke. That joke is so that joke is so overplayed to me.
Yeah,
That's just me. But listen. You
yeah.
look
I
here
feel
like
like you're just mad that you didn't say it first.
no, 'cause I've seen that joke so many times on the internet, it just got tiring. But like, listen, you do you, okay? That's what it is. But, you know.
Yeah, but yeah. Alrighty then. Any other thoughts
Wait,
before
wait,
we
no.
move on?
Do you, my friend? Well, me and Jake's friend Yasuke brought this up before. Since this is a more classic futuristic Marvel that the Fantastic Four come from, do you think any other Silver Age or like classic version of heroes are going to be in their universe?
I want to see Jim
Probably.
Hammond. I want to see it.
Yes!
I
Yes! Give
want
us
to see
old school
him.
invaders!
Yeah.
Give us the
Dang,
invaders!
dang
Yeah,
it,
because you
Marvel.
got classic Namor.
Hmm.
You had the classic Avengers, their first experience stuff. Like you can do a lot of classic Silver Age
Yes!
like cameo
Please!
stuff just
Yep.
in the background to let us know who
Yes!
all in this universe.
I agree with
Give us.
that full heartedly. I would
Give.
kill to see classic Marvel in this
Hmm.
universe.
Ooh.
Or like classic Namor. You know?
Hmm.
Yeah. But
Yep.
Give it to me now.
it seems like the Fantastic Four set reveal has been a fantastic success.
Well, we had another one, but I didn't post it.
Yeah, you did.
Cut it, cut it. It was a while back. I kept forgetting to do it.
Okay.
But we
Mhm.
do have a set photo of Sue holding a baby.
Oh. Ah, that's the baby they rescued.
Franklin?
No, I mean I'm just saying a baby in general that they rescued from
Well,
the audience or
everyone kept
something.
believing it's called First Show because it's about a baby, the birth of Franklin, all this stuff. But it could just be a baby thing. Like we don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
You ain't
So
saw
like
the
that's why I
first.
want to bring it up. There's not a lot of stuff there. It's just a
Yeah,
far away
you
photo
ain't
of her
going.
holding a baby.
Yeah, you ain't going to start the first Fantastic Four movie off of them already having a child.
I thought they
You
were.
Yeah.
can. You don't have to start off. You can end it off with it. Yes, you can.
Hmm.
We people know the Fantastic Four. They've been in the three films, and
Hmm.
we're going to start
People do
late in
it
their
all the
careers,
time.
starting off with something like the birth of the son, something we never seen before. Yeah, that would
Hmm.
the first two left off it.
And then the second movie could be Valeria. Then the third movie, I don't know, make up a child. Have a
Things
child.
children. Things children. The Kree and the
You have
Skrull
a child.
kid.
You have a child every film. There you
Keep
go.
it in the family, eh?
Yeah,
Don't
there you
say
go.
it like that. That's
Mm.
no, that's gross.
Look at them four people multiply.
The multiples of four.
Yep. But alright then. Any final thoughts before we move on?
That's it.
Okay.
I want
No.
them hit by somebody.
Hmm. Do.
Oh,
Alright, who
fine.
wants to do this one?
I'll do it.
Go ahead.
Marvel's 85th anniversary trailer, aka the MCU trailer.
Pretty much.
So
Like,
proud.
come on, we all watched it. Like, come
Listen,
Like,
you're
on.
forgetting that over 20 of those years, MCU was there, holding up the backbone of the comic industry. Okay, hey,
hmm
True.
we saved Marvel. Okay, with the MCU, our ticket sales. Okay, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So,
I just find it funny that they're finding any excuse to make like a big
Hmm.
anniversary moment, no matter what number it is. Like you remember, you would think like only the 25s, 50s, and 75s would be the big deal, but now they're going okay. If it's 65, it's a special anniversary. If
Well,
it's
it's every
85,
five years.
yeah, pretty much. You know.
We're almost at 100.
Tony said,
Hmm.
brother, ugh, brother, ugh.
Brother,
Yeah.
ooh, what's
I, I
that?
What is that, brother?
Yeah, I really wish they could have done something like you remember when DC did a Superman anniversary clip, a 2.5 minute clip. He showed Superman like literally from the start of his era where he was in the comic. Then slowly you see him progress to like all his iconic moments through history.
Yeah, that
Like
was cool.
from
You want them to do
yeah
that for
I
all
thought
of
this is what
Marvel?
I thought they
or
were going to do
something.
initially.
Well, no, you could have it be like events, like major events in Marvel's history, and you could make like a
Hmm.
like a thing like
What
that.
Yep.
I thought that they were planning on
I'm not trying to
doing
see them
after
blaze
the
Civil War.
80th anniversary was I thought they were going to do it once like a decade or something, you know?
Hmm.
That's what I
Nah,
thought, but no, they're doing it every 5 years.
well, nah, yeah, they do it every five
And I
years. You can tell
still
by the way
can't get Alpha Flight Funkos.
Hmm.
they glaze Spider-Man anniversaries every year, every 5 years.
Hmm.
It remember the
Instead,
last
the
time I was
most
like, oh yeah, so it's like Spider-Man's 900. What was it? 850. Yeah, bring back the Green Goblin. Spider-Man
yeah.
900. Bring back the Green Goblin.
Marvel Comics issue 1000. How'd you get to that?
Bring back the Green Goblin one more time. It's crazy that both of those investors just bring back the Green Goblin. That's actually hilarious. I just thought about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, the last time I ever celebrated, I think it was like a 85th anniversary was when with Batman, right? But that was only because Jeff Johns was writing one short story in that anniversary issue.
Fair
Oh
You
enough.
yeah, and
know?
they would put the video
See,
together where like the back symbol logo like went throughout all the years.
you know how like
Yeah.
on certain comics when there's like an anniversary of a character, you would see like a little black square kind of thing being like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this character this many years." Do you think they're going to do
Yeah.
that for Alpha Flight? They're almost at their 50th birthday.
Realistically, if they make it a
I
50,
bet.
100%, I believe they'll do something.
Hmm.
Like, at least a one shot. They're just going to give us a one shot like they always do.
Hmm. Yeah, just don't
Like,
worry. They'll give you 5 extra variant covers for that too.
give
Which,
me a North Star variant. Give me a North Star
Don't worry,
mini.
we'll give you a North Star variant one more time on a
Thank you.
Spider-Man issue.
Just give me a North Star variant.
mm,
Make sure Akihiro comes back because Jesus Christ, what they're doing to him is awful.
uh-huh.
Free my boy. Free my boy.
Alright. So yeah, anything from this anniversary trailer guys want to continue talking about? I mean, hey,
No,
we got to
really.
see Thunderbolt in an elevator. Isn't that exciting?
They did animate some of the classic old panels at the beginning of it. So I thought that was nice.
Mm-hmm. They should have put in like more scenes of Spider-Man the animated series. You know.
No, it's
They
It's
should
just
have put a lot
spectacular.
more things.
been into the comics. I don't. It was just the movies. Yeah, should have been the comic
They could,
Mm-hmm.
if they wanted
company,
to do the
man.
movies
That
so
be started
badly,
as.
they could have done the most
Mm-hmm.
iconic movies.
Yeah.
Like they could have done
Oh.
obviously Blade. They could have done
Mm-hmm.
X-Men, Spider-Man, maybe like Iron Man, like Infinity War. You could have just done those movies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Checkmate is saying NGL. I didn't see it,
Not
Listen,
gonna lie,
and
fair enough.
Tommy is
listen,
saying
you didn't
ew.
miss much. If you haven't heard our tone, you haven't missed much. So,
Uh-huh.
It's really not anything special.
Yeah.
But
But
honestly, I'd rather be talking about this than Agatha bullshit.
how many jingles do you
How
think we'll
many
be
jingles do
hearing
you
from
think we'll
that
be hearing
from
from
that series?
that series?
oh, we got some echo.
Oh, we got some
Echo
echo.
out
Oh
there.
no!
Oh,
All right.
Did it say something?
did it say
Hello.
something?
Hello. Hello. Nope.
Oh no!
Nope.
Oh,
Someone has to try a Oh. All right. Fixed. All right.
Okay, it was Austin who was the culprit. Right?
Kill him,
Yeah.
hang him.
We caught him. But
Yeah.
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 Like I said, I don't have anything to add. It's just kind of is what it is.
Gotcha. All right, then. With that, I guess we can move on to the next topic. Do 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 do. Go ahead, Jake.
Transformers. Transformers anime announced. But yeah, it's yeah. I kind of so here's the only thing I want. I haven't seen the designs, but I want us to get away from the G1 design they keep trying to keep bringing back. When I was a boy, every time a Transformers rebooted, every character had like different designs. So Optimus from G1 looked nothing like Optimus from the original anime, like Energon. And that Optimus didn't look anything like Transformers animated, basically. They all look different, but you could tell it was Optimus, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But then all of a sudden, then everything just kind of became like, oh yeah, the same with Prime. But after Prime, it was like every time I see them, they keep referencing G1 with their designs. I just hope they do something different and unique with the Autobots and Decepticons. But you know, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I think we do need a new Transformers show. The last couple have been kind of lacking. I think ever since Robots in Disguise, the Transformers cartoons haven't been like as good as they used to be.
Nothing.
What's up?
Checkmate saying Optimus Primo.
Optimum Primo, yes. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very interested. I should say interested. I think it being an anime made by Studio Trigger means things will be a lot more like.
Oh hell yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah,
a wild shit.
you can take it you can take it a lot more like I wouldn't say serious, but yeah, I would say yeah, you can take it a lot more seriously than the last couple have been. I mean, it says something when the last Transformers show I genuinely enjoyed was the one made for preschoolers.
Mm-hmm.
Checkmate. Oh wow. Oh my god. Thank you. Checkmate says, "I'm sorry, you can't make me watch Earthspark, and I never will because that show was garbage."
Oh.
I'm just gonna
Transformers
take your
premise
guys' word with it.
was
With that,
Trans-
I'm just gonna take your word.
after
Was that the
after,
one where Megatron was with the Autobots?
yeah, but I didn't have a problem with that. I just didn't like the Multo family. Like I had no issue with like I just don't like the plot. That's really it. So far I'm agreeing with Checkmate's rhetoric here. Listen, the last show I enjoyed from Transformers was Rescue Bots. Okay, chronologically speaking, Rescue Bots was just like a good show. After that, I was like Robots in Disguise, which was like okay, and then we had Earthspark, which was, yeah,
Hot garbage.
yeah, I would say. And now we're here. So I'm actually, really excited for what's coming out. So Transformers, we'll see in the future.
I'm expecting a damn good opening out of this, man.
Oh yeah, we need to bring back Transformers theme songs because like that went away after Rescue Bots, and technically Prime started it, but yeah, Checkmate, Rescue Bots.
Prime has a theme song.
W show. Say it again.
Prime has a theme song.
Prime has a theme song, but I mean, like, I want those vocal tracks. Okay, I want the vocal tracks.
Quit
But yeah,
being cheap, studios, and pay residuals to those songwriters.
yeah, because a good theme song will carry you a lot. I would never have remembered Spectacular Spider-Man as like a little tot if they didn't have a theme song for it, and that was the only way I kept remembering that show. But I got older, so you know, yeah, excited. There you go. Austin, as the other
Any thoughts?
Transformers fan in the room, what do you want to see from us?
I have no idea. To have Starfilm not be a bitch, I guess. That's all I care about.
Tony Lolliot says Transformers One is a film of the year, and that may be true. I've seen reviews from the movie saying that it's goofy in the first half, but the longer it goes on, the more serious it gets. So I don't know. We'll see. I just know like the trailers aren't really like popping to me, but we'll see.
Didn't they have to issue an apology after the first week of that trailer saying,
Yeah, listen,
okay,
that's not what the real movie's like. That's not what they promise you.
Austin, you almost got me fired by my boss, man. When you posted that link to that trailer, me and my boss were just arriving at a job site, and he grew up in the 80s. He loved Transformers. So I'm like, oh my god, look, they're making a Transformers movie. He's like, oh, put it on, put it on. What the heck is this?
Yeah.
Deserved.
Will RC do the Akira side? We don't know. But yes,
Mhm.
that is our,
They better.
yeah.
I want to see
That
a
is our
proper tire. I want to see what happened.
Wait, has that happened before?
Is that equal weight breaking a leg? Probably tires.
I feel like I've seen that before. I feel like in Transformers there has been a tire pop before, but I could be wrong. Oh, but that was yeah, Transformers anime. Excited. Let's go.
All right. I guess with that we can move on to the next topic. Austin, you care to do the honors?
No, he's not doing. He's not.
I didn't watch the show.
No, he doesn't.
Teenage
I didn't watch this
Mutant
movie. I'm not watching the show.
I had the experience to watch the show. Yes, I should say.
Experience.
We're talking about Tales of the TMNT, and the only reason I thought this would be interesting to bring up is because I want to sort of go back to something Austin talked about with Batman the Cape Crusader, basically, and we're going to tack it on to here too. So for those of you who don't know, because I don't remember the show getting enough marketing to know that it came out like when it did. This is a sequel to the movie. It is canon. It takes place in between the events of the first movie and what will be the second movie. And it's 2 arcs of the Turtles going up against 2 different bad guys. The first arc follows the Turtles facing off against Bishop, who was one of my favorite villains in the original 2003 cartoon where I first saw him. And the second is based off is a new villain, a trio of villains called the East River 3. And so yeah. But each arc will have the Turtles separated and then come together in the end for their Avengers level fight, I guess. But the thing I said, now if people remember what I said, and you can watch our movie review, I believe it's up on the channel. I didn't like these Turtles as individuals. I think they're way stronger when they're together because their personalities are so muted, so they can be relatable kids. And I think this show more or less kind of confirmed that for me, basically. I don't find these Turtles really inherently interesting. There was an episode about Mikey, which I think the shows before this really should have had, where Mikey's wondering like what's his purpose on the team, basically. Because Raph's the strong one, Leo's the leader, Donnie's the tech guy. And I couldn't help but thinking like, man, this would have been interesting if Mikey acted like Mikey from the other shows, basically.
Ooh.
But this Mikey acts more like a dumber Miles Morales, to be honest with you.
Wow.
He's pretty capable and competent. He can come up with plans on his own. He's friendly enough to people. I don't really see what makes him unique that the other Turtles don't do, really. And this is pretty much the same with the rest of the Turtles. Like they're okay, but they're like the most watered down versions of themselves. I mean, Leo still is the best turtle, but even his writing's not perfect.
Yeah.
And the more I see them fight, the more it bothers me that they're not actually really trained in fighting.
Yeah, Master Splinter, do your fucking job.
It's not even that. He doesn't know martial arts. He can't do it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Wait,
they're probably-
wait. In the movie, they literally stated that all their skills were because of martial arts movies.
Yeah. Also, were you saying something?
Oh, Austin?
I don't know. I've seen people get by worse.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But my problem is like the turtles. One of the cool things about the turtles in the shows was like seeing them off pan, like in their downtime when they would train, and Splinter would have those like father to son moments with them individually. I really like those moments, and you can't have those here because, like, I mean, like, she's not really like a kung fu master. But
you
somehow
can
he's
still have a heart-to-heart father-son time.
you can, but it's like I don't know. It's like those moments where he was helping them grow and mature. Those one-on-one moments where he's teaching them moves and techniques. I think those are really cool in the original series, and you don't really get that here. But that's also because they can't afford the actor from the movie. Funny enough. And I did like the way that they got around that in the first arc. Basically, whenever Splinter shows up, he speaks in rat, like he speaks like a rat. And yeah, because they can't afford the actual actor, so instead he speaks like a rat, which the turtles.
Wait, who's the actor?
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. They couldn't afford Jackie Chan, so he speaks like a normal rat, and the turtles just understand. I like that detail.
It's a good workaround if you really think about it.
It is, but then in the second half, then he starts talking, and then they give him like a deep, raspy voice, which I'm assuming, you know.
Come on, Jackie. You had a whole animated series back in the early 2000s. Come on, you've been to TV shows before.
Yeah. And then Cryptid, did you put those photos in? The ones I had tagged?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to get to one of those. So I want to introduce you all to Bishop in 2003. If you pull up the screen, it's a white man. That guy right there. Yep, that's Bishop. So
he doesn't look like Bishop.
Listen.
Where's the cool hair?
Listen,
where's
that is
the weird end thing on his eye.
He's got the Vegeta haircut. Okay, so this is Bishop in 2003. For those who don't know his character, he's an alien hunter. Basically, he believes that the biggest threat to humanity is that someday aliens are going to invade the Earth and take over, and humanity is not ready for it. Basically. So his schemes consist of trying to get Earth the technology and the weapons it needs to defend itself no matter the cost. Inherently speaking, him and the Turtles don't really have real beef. It's more like the Turtles keep bothering him because his plans are mostly evil, essentially. Like he faked an alien invasion to get funding from the president, and then framed the Turtles and made them look like aliens on TV. So, but also he could fight the Turtles. Like he had a cybernetic upgrade that allowed him to fight the Turtles, like hand-to-hand combat, all this stuff. He was a really cool villain. And in the far future, you find out that he actually did become the president of Earth, but he became a better person for it because he learned like you can't solve all of your problems by like shooting aliens down immediately. You gotta cut deals. You gotta be nicer and all this other stuff. So it all worked out. And so with that said, Cryptid, I'd like you to pull up the picture of the woman that I put in the chat, please.
Wait.
And this is also Bishop in the new show. Who, as you can see, looks nothing like Bishop. Doesn't even have the same motivation as Bishop.
That looks like an older tanner.
Right.
That looks like an older tanner version of Lord Farquaad from Shrek.
No, okay. You leave Lord Farquaad out of this.
Doesn't he? Doesn't she? Witch? Come on.
I would say
not really.
But I would say this. I don't like her as Bishop because their motivation. First off, she doesn't have an alien fear. She has a fear of mutants, basically.
She'll fit perfect in the X-Men world.
Right, but I you know me, mutants in the X-Men universe. You know, I could tell you why I don't vibe with them. My problem with her motivation is that it doesn't make sense because she's motivated by the events of the movie where Superfly attacked the city and destroyed like some of it, but the Turtles and every other mutant there showed up to stop Superfly, and everyone teamed up with the Turtles to help them stop Superfly, basically. So like, and it's implied that the only reason she really hates the Turtles is because her robot project she was destroying, that she was making, got destroyed by Superfly. It wasn't really the Turtles' fault, so it's like, why are you mad at them? basically.
Mhm.
Um, and like and then it becomes a thing about like, oh, but my sister, I made this robot for my sister, and the robot got destroyed. And I'm like, lady, what are you talking about? Basically, um, she's essentially upset that she made this robot that took her months, and then it got destroyed. And then she makes 4 of those same robots, but strong enough to fight the turtles in less than a year. So I'm kind of like, what was the problem? Um,
Mhm.
then she gets to the arc where the turtles are like, well, we're not really bad guys, you see. Actually, we're really good people, and you should not be prejudiced against all mutants. We got some echo again. But but yeah, and then she goes through that arc. Wait, yeah, we got echo.
Austin.
Yeah, we got. Is it fixed?
No.
Boggly douche.
Yeah.
Douche.
Austin, if you're still online, you might have to disconnect. There you go.
Okay.
But then she goes through her arc, the arc where she learns that she has to be where not every mutant is evil and all this other stuff.
Mhm.
But then after she goes through that life-changing arc, she gets hired by, remember in the movie The Earth Defense Force?
Yeah.
She gets hired by them, and they say, hey, we actually like that you try to kill all mutants. You want to join us? And despite learning that lesson with the turtles that not all mutants are bad, she's like, yes, I would like to join the evil organization. So that was frustrating. I just really didn't like her character. I thought it was really kind of like nonsensical. And I think she was the weakest part here. But that doesn't mean every interpretation of new characters I didn't like. There was Metalhead from the original, from I know from 2012, but I think he was in the show earlier, the series earlier. But Metalhead was introduced in a really clever way. I liked that. We even had Pigeon Pete from 2012. I was really happy to see him again.
Yeah.
So that was pretty fun. But then after that, we had the second arc, which you can bring up the new villains, which I shared with you on screen.
Okay, hold on a sec.
And this is the East River 3. These villains are new to TMNT, to my understanding. They are a gang of mutated fish off to pull the ultimate heist, basically.
Yo, that one fish in the middle, that's what happens to your goldfish when you flush them down the toilet, apparently, audience.
That is close to his arc, I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually really like the East River 3 as villains. So this arc mainly focused on these 3 that were ostracized from their place because they were no longer fish; they were more like people fish, basically. Mm-hmm. So they tried to get a home in New York, but like who wants fish to live in their their city? So they keep getting kicked out. So they fall into what's his name, Bernie. If you remember in the movie Cryptid, when the turtles go through that montage where they're beating up a bunch of people, the last guy they talk to is a guy named Bernie. And that guy is the villain of the second arc, basically. And so he works with and the orange fish here, Goldfin, or he's called Badfin, I should say.
Yeah.
And he's coercing him into going on a heist by flooding New York City, which he successfully does. And using the distraction to steal a pearl from a museum, basically.
You see, it takes one bad mutant to spoil it for everybody,
It does. And what I find funny about this is that if they did this arc first and the Bishop arc second, Bishop is a lot more justified. But but it is what it is. But I did like this gang. They had some interesting fights with the turtles. And I did like that even the gang themselves are conflicted amongst each other. Like they have different wants, basically. Like Badfin goes from like I wanting a home to like, actually no, I just want money. I just want power. And the others are just like, I just want a home. Like, what is all this?
I want to emphasize the gold to my fish.
Right. So I liked that. And it did come to a head with them in the final episode, which I think was kind of the best episode of the series. where the turtles were fighting Goldfin. By the way, Goldfin can fucking fight. He was taking on the turtles like nobody's business. Okay. But I did like him, and I did like the conclusion to their arc, which you'd have to see in the show for yourself. But basically, it didn't go in the cliche route I thought it would. They actually did make it a little bit darker than I was expecting, basically. But yeah, like I said, I think Tales of the TMNT is it's kind of the weakest of all the TMNT shows I've ever seen. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's just kind of meh. It more highlights the problems I have with the movie. So there are things you don't like in the movie. It's probably going to be more of the same here, just more on display. There are some bits that genuinely made me laugh in the show. I cannot tell a lie. Like I actually did laugh out loud at some jokes, but a lot of them were just kind of like meh. So Tales of the
and if it makes you feel better, audience, we're not going to be talking about that new Crow movie because that looks like ass, and it was ass.
That was ass. Tales of the TMNT. Do I recommend it? Not really. Not even to a Turtles fan. I really don't think it's necessary.
Unless you liked the movie, go ahead.
If you love the movie,
I mean, this is what I said when we did our review for that movie, right? It's trashy humor for a new generation, you know?
Yeah. I did like the idea of separating the turtles and then bringing them back at the end. But I think I just think it wasn't interesting. I don't think these turtles are interesting enough to carry their own plots to me. But
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, looks like we lost Austin, by the way. My internet is too unstable. Remove my topics.
Okay.
Damn.
Oh, well. All right.
To an hour?
All right. We'll try. Okay, with that, we're done with the media news, audience. Now we're going on to the comic reviews. Hold on a sec. Jeez, I think this is like the only comic review we'll be talking about tonight. Okay, so Absolute Batman logo revealed.
That logo is terrible.
Oh wait, Cryptid. I can briefly talk about something, but I don't have a picture for it after this. But it's more video games, not comics.
Gotcha. All right, we could try. Okay, so in case people need up-to-date information on what's going on, apparently DC's going to be making this whole lineup of Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman, and Absolute Wonder Woman, right? I'm seeing the common thread being that this is versions of the Trinity that have significantly lost something that was crucial to their surroundings, to their upbringing.
Because it's a universe based around Darkseid, and this one's based around Superman. So.
Well, and this as far as some more Superman, he's gonna be written by Jason Aaron, right? This is a Superman that didn't have a family, didn't have Kansas, but he just landed on Earth. So yeah, he doesn't have any of those morals with him. With Wonder Woman, she doesn't have an island. She doesn't have the Amazon sisters. She apparently doesn't have anybody. So we're going to have to see how that factors in. And Batman, I think he has the most interesting one of them all. Wait, hold on a sec. Checkmate saying Bat Axe. Yep, definitely. Batman has the most interesting one of all. Apparently, his family is not rich. So he doesn't come from any wealth of any kind. He actually ends up growing up in the streets of Gotham. So you're going to see him likely hanging out with growing up with some of his notable villains, maybe like Killer Croc or Riddler or whoever else was from basically poverty-stricken upbringings, you know?
I just want to say, first off, this logo for Batman looks terrible. Secondly,
Someone put that on a giant stick, and there you go. You have a hammer.
Secondly, every time they pitch this, I don't know how it's gonna read. Every time they pitch this universe, it sounds like an awful idea. It's like this should have been stopped at the editorial level. I don't understand how this got through into anything.
Do you think this is just in response to Marvel doing the Ultimate lineup?
No, absolutely. If I remember right, shout out to Casual Comics. I think she did an interview with what's his name? Snyder? Scott Snyder? And they were basically saying this. He was basically talking about how this was around in response to the Ultimate Universe, if I remember correctly. Someone can fact check me. Go look up Casually Comics. Great channel. Go look at that review yourself.
Love
it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Scott Snyder's writing the Batman. This Batman run, by the way.
Yeah. It seems stupid to me.
It's
Um,
just, it's just difficult because like you gotta also think like there have been so many different interpretations or adaptations of like these three icons of like what else can you really do, you know?
right, but like not doing them is also like kind of not an answer.
Hmm. I
It's like they
mean,
basically just made three different characters that were
like
vaguely.
I gotta be honest, I am mildly intrigued by this Batman on that premise alone, because like yeah, everything he has now, it's gonna be basically handmade by him. He's not gonna have like any gadgets or computers or like expensive Batmobiles, but he does look jacked as shit. Like look, like
Yeah,
oh, it's like this is '90s Batman audience. Like what
I
the
guess this is what I was getting at with the TMNT thing I was talking about. Like, how much do you change a character till it's not the character anymore?
yeah.
I guess it's like the first off, the logo again is trash. Like, I can't even tell it's a bat. There's supposed to be a bat on his chest. I can't even
It's
tell.
like
It doesn't look like
it's
one.
like it's like one of those barcodes you see in the back of cereal boxes, but you're
Right.
like, oh my god, something went wrong with the printer ink or something, you know?
Yeah, it looks dumb. I don't know why it should be bent in more or something. I don't know.
Yeah, apparently it's going to play a part in Batman actually carrying an axe.
Yeah, I guess. He looks too big. He looks too bulky. I just don't think because even Batman's supposed to be a ninja, but he can't be that. He's also not rich. He's also not Bruce Wayne. I
Yeah,
don't
but
like.
keep in mind he doesn't have the ninja training in this universe.
Right, so he's just not Batman. Like, it's just not Bruce Wayne Batman. It's just, you
The
know,
You know
like,
who? You know who is though? Your mama.
Checkmate says that's Bane in the suit. I'm telling you, yo, maybe.
yeah. Oh, maybe Batman's chummy chummies with Bane in this universe. You never know. Like, I do think there's a germ of a good idea to see that because I remember I think it was in the Telltale games, right, where we got to see Bruce having to like be part of the Batman's Rogues Gallery, well, I mean incognito, you know.
Yeah,
So that was a little fun to see. This one, I don't know who his bad guys are going to be. Maybe they're just going to do a play on like only their bad guys are going to be the rich and elitist class or whatever. And if they do that, I would love to see them have Penguin be the villain in that. You know?
yeah,
Nice.
yeah. I don't know. It just doesn't look that appealing to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if they just announced this and then just released it this month, like last month, that'll be fine. The more I hear about this idea, the less interested I'm in. That's really how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah. Apparently, also Alfred's going to be part of this story because, like, remember, Bruce Wayne doesn't have a butler. They're not rich, but apparently, Um, you're going to see an emphasis on Alfred's military background coming in, being partners with this version of Batman
but
or
Alfred's
whatever.
rich, so therefore he funnels money to Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, this is actually kind of a funny coincidence because I know in the upcoming Iron Man run, like, well, at least from what Austin showed us earlier, right? He's gonna be jerry rigging his own Iron Man armor again. So I'm like, damn, it seems like Marvel and DC have a thing for stripping the wealth out of their billionaire superheroes. You noticed that?
yeah, I got yeah. I
Hmm.
don't know. I'm just yeah. That is what it is. Uh,
Alfred is his personal trainer.
I,
uh,
I think Wonder Woman's the
yeah.
only one I'm interested in because honestly they could just do anything with Wonder Woman. I'm like just make it work. I
Hmm.
I've already been on record saying I don't think Wonder Woman works in the Trinity other than just looking like she belongs. Uh,
Yeah.
so they could try anything
No,
with.
I hear people argue that like Harley Quinn should technically be taking Wonder Woman's spot in the Trinity
I
in
don't
terms of sales
I don't
wise.
agree with her being visually on there, but
I feel like she should be a part of her own trinity. Does that
right,
make sense?
yeah,
Yeah.
having two Batman characters in the Trinity just feels unbalanced. But
Hmm.
True.
but I see the argument. I can see the
Yeah.
argument for like Wonder Woman just doesn't have as much value as
Yeah.
Harley Quinn does.
And all that lies in misogyny.
No.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Remember, people really loved the first Wonder Woman film. To a lot of
Which
people's surprise,
one?
the one where it was in World War I.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
people
I
loved
didn't
that.
think.
The problem with Wonder Woman is that she needs like a focus. She needs a TV show. That's what she really needs. She needs
She
like a
had a she had a
well,
TV show back in the day.
no. She had one about her fighting like whoever the fuck. I mean, like she needs like what Batman the animated series did to Batman, what Superman the animated series did for Superman. She needs something like that. Where like
Hmm.
you take her mythos, you put it all into one world, and people can wrap their heads around what is Wonder Woman. That's what she needs.
Hmm. Yeah.
'Cause I feel like until those movies came out, no one knew who Cheetah was, other than like comic fans. Like nobody, no one could name three villains from Wonder Woman before the movies came out. So, so that's kind of
Yeah, I can name a few just based on the animated series. Well, actually, not even a few. Two,
right.
Cheetah and Giganta.
Gigantic, yeah, Super Friends as well. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. Like they don't give Wonder Woman, they don't give they don't know what's how to make Wonder Woman work.
Hell,
Uh,
hell,
and
they give her a new daddy every couple of years. You notice that?
right, yeah. So when they pitched the idea that like this Wonder Woman's gonna be from my understanding, she's like a globetrotter, right? Like she's going around the world.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think that could be potential. She's a treasure hunter. Wonder Woman a treasure. Yo, I'm down.
You want to see her as Laura Croft? Is what you're telling me?
I honestly think that might be the best thing for her to do. She runs into her villains that way.
Hmm.
I think that will make her interesting and unique to Batman and Superman, but also allow her to have her own mythos and world that's interesting and engaging for readers and people to experience. I think that should be
Hmm.
cool, man, honestly, if we had to reboot again. But
Yep. But what about Superman?
I no,
He
it's just not.
he look he looks a little angry in the cover we saw. I'll tell you that.
I think DC has an unhealthy obsession with thinking that when they reboot Superman, it has to be like angry. You know what I mean? Uh, there's nothing appealing about Superman Clark Kent being like hopeless. I got you know,
Hmm.
there's nothing like cool about it. It's
Nah,
boring.
you're basically gonna have Superman see like the bad of society. I can already picture this being the route they go to. You know, I mean,
It's just
Mom,
it's,
Pa Kent, we're supposed to be the great parents who showed Superman, good moral values, this and that. So they're gonna want to do the opposite of that.
yeah, it's just boring. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like it's like it doesn't really fix like people's problem is that Superman is too strong. Then why does he have to be strong? Like why not just make him like Superman the animated series,
Hmm.
where he was like punchable? You know?
No, they literally mentioned that when they were in the DVD box set, right?
Yeah.
They literally said, "Yeah, we know Superman can move planets and has gone through whole suns and this and that, but we kind of intentionally needed to strip him down of his power, otherwise we wouldn't have an episode, you know?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't have to make Superman as strong as the universe. Like, it doesn't really matter. What matters is that you can tell the story, right?
Hmm.
And if you have to, and if it comes between bending Clark's character or nerfing his powers, I'd rather you nerf his powers, basically.
Uh-huh.
But
Hmm.
yeah, it is what it is. It's
Yeah. Um,
I'm sure Zack Snyder's picking up this book day one. So yeah,
I'm gonna give the first issue of Batman a try just to see what happens, you know?
yeah, it might be good.
Yeah.
The way they're pitching it is.
Again,
So.
Again, for everybody who's like, "Oh, Batman's always is that rich boy." Okay, let's see what happens when he's not rich. Oh wait, we did have that a few years ago, but this is a story where he starts out not rich.
Yeah.
So okay,
Yeah.
already then. Damn, 59 minutes in.
Wait, do you want me to get it to an hour? Do you want me to
Yeah,
get into an hour?
you got
Okay, sure.
that one
Okay.
minute to shine. Let's go.
Okay, cool.
Hold on.
So, on to this past Tuesday, not this week, but I think last week, we got two Castlevania things announced. I know we're eating good, besties. Okay, the
Hmm.
first one, it was the Castlevania DS collection or the Dominus collection. So it has all the DS games in there, right?
Yep.
And it's basically, so it's Dawn of Sorrow, Portrait of Ruin, Order of Ecclesia. And if you're wondering, what are we going to do about the freaking touchscreen controls? Don't worry. they got you covered. They have like a little cursor thingy that you can use with the D-pad, I think, if I can remember off the top of my head. So don't worry
Mm-hmm.
about cursor stuff, you know? Like I get it,
Yeah.
100%. It's only digital right now. If you want a physical release, you're probably gonna have to wait a year out. You know, I might get the digital release and just have the physical release just like out and about. You know, just like have it in my collection. And then, okay, you still with me? So on the
Yeah.
same day, it was also announced that the Dead by Daylight Castlevania collection was fully out for the most part. Like it's out, you can buy it, you can vibe with it. You can play as Alucard. There's skins for Maria, and like I think one other character. There's like another Dracula skin. You can play as Leon and Simon Belmont. They do have the scar on the face, even though they don't traditionally have the scar on the face like Trevor does, or to all the
Mm.
Japanese people or the people who are cultured, Ralph. Yeah, Trevor Belmont's known as Ralph C. Belmondo in Japan. Don't ask me why. Just acknowledge it, and we'll move on from there. Just, you would think Trevor would be a little bit easier to pronounce than Ralph, but you know that's just me.
Is what it is. You know.
I don't know. I don't know. Don't ask me too many questions. Just acknowledge it and move on. I'm still upset that for the Curse of Darkness manga, we didn't get that third volume that was supposed to focus on Trevor or Ralph in this case. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I heard a rumor that we might be getting Soma Cruz, later update for said DLC, but I think that's just a rumor. Do not quote me on that. Yeah, you're welcome. I got you to just barely over an hour. Thoughts?
But I think that was a wonderful presentation.
Thank you. It was
Yeah,
very
man.
quick, bestie.
Yeah.
There you go. You know.
Which our Savior, our Lord and Savior of today, we have 1
Mhm.
hour and 1 minute
You
of
pick,
footage.
you picked up the slack that was left behind by Austin,
I
which.
got you. I was very quick. In conclusion, Alucard is my husband, not yours. Shut up. And before you're like, don't you have a few fictional husbands? Shut up. Yeah, leave me alone. Anyways, tune for tomorrow where we talk about comic books. I don't know how gay they're gonna be, but we're
Yeah.
definitely talking about comic books.
So they will either
Mhm.
be gay, straight, or asexual in my book's case. But we'll be there.
Mm.
Yeah, so thank you for stopping by. Checkmate, glad to see you. Tony, if you're still there, see you in the Discord.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, tomorrow we'll be talking
Mhm.
about comics, as Switch said. We got some interesting ones. You guys want to promote any books we might be talking about tomorrow?
I'm gonna be
Mm.
talking about this one prequel comic to this one audio series slash now game, which
Mhm.
dropped on Friday. If you're curious,
Yep.
Ultimate X-Men dropped, and if I feel like it, I might talk about Dracula. I mean, not Dracula,
Mhm.
Frankenstein. What am I saying? I'm kind of out of it today.
Gotcha.
And
And
also,
I'm gonna be talking about a conspiracy theory surrounding Captain America. Audience, yeah, yeah, yeah. You'll understand when I talk about it
I will
tomorrow.
be finishing up my first book of Bionicle, The Coming of the Toa. So
Hmm.
if you are a Bionicle fan, they'll be there. And maybe I don't know if I'm gonna do this. I might just start reviewing the second book as well because I kind of want to get through these as quick as possible.
Hmm.
Um, and if I have time,
Oh
Cryptid.
yeah, Ultimate Avengers Academy. I forgot. We gotta
Hmm.
talk about Avengers Academy.
And if I have time, Cryptid, I will also do Fantastic Four, but only if I have time.
If I don't
I
talk about
hope.
Frankenstein, I'm definitely talking about Avengers Academy. I just have a lot of books I need to talk about.
Yeah. All right. All right then. I guess with that, we'll see y'all later.
Yeah.
Bye.